Welcome back to the final video in our Chad Build-A-Figure Wave X-Men series review. This time we'll be looking at Chad and ranking all the figures in the wave on the way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, action figure fans? Back with the final video in our Chad Build-A-Figure Wave series of reviews, and we've got Chad assembled here. He's looking pretty good. You know, he's a big guy. I really didn't want to invest in this wave because I would want all the Star Jammers. And I'm gonna stick by that, but you know, I certainly do feel somewhat of a bit of FOMO, a little bit, you know, with this wave, not being an X-Men collector primarily. Some of the guys that come with the parts I don't need, but I would want the Chad and of course Corsair to go with it. But that's not what happened. That's not what's gonna happen. So, you know, it is what it is. The one figure that belongs to me in this wave here is the Cyclops. And of course, he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece. So, there you go. But getting on with it, for Chad himself. So, let's look at his pet first. Suri. This character is always, you know, it's just sort of like a pet that he just carries with him all the time. A lot of times it's on his shoulder. Doesn't really, yeah, okay, there you go. So you can kind of put him on there. If you look at it at an odd angle, it's gonna look weird, but it looks okay right there. No articulation on Siri, but you know, looks pretty cool, like a little space dog or something, space rat. Now, Chad himself, of course, looks like an Abomination figure. Ooh. With a belt. Sorry about that. Guess I didn't put his leg on all the way good. There we go. And he does have full Marvel Legends articulation. He doesn't have any alternate hands, so there's no fisted hands for Chad. That might be a flaw. I don't know. But you know, looks like the same legs as the Rhino. And I think the feet are probably Abomination feet, but it's okay. Standing on the shelf, he's gonna look great. What I do think is really good for him is his head. So his mouth, Chad's mouth opens and closes. And he does have good articulation on the head, so you can kind of look down, look up. So on the ball joints, you can kind of do like that. Now his mouth wants to keep opening, but I don't care about that. It's pretty cool. Looking at his back, I'm 99% sure this is an Abomination. And he's a big dude, and that's what you get. So, you know, your standard Marvel Legends articulation, even though he's a big guy. A nice opening, closing mouth. And a belt that doesn't really, you know, I don't really want to take it off. I mean, I guess you could, but then he'd really look like the Abomination. And that's your Chad figure. Not a whole lot to it. But it does look good, you know. Even with the parts reuse, it still looks like Chod. And that's what you want. Alright, so one thing I want to do before we get into the rankings is, of course, compare Chod to another rather large guy. The Immortal Hulk slash the 25th Marvel 20th Anniversary Incredible Hulk figure. I've taken the head off of that figure and replaced it with a Alex T. Klein original sculpt of the Immortal Hulk, which is my second favorite version of the Incredible Hulk. And we see he stands just a little bit smaller. He's not quite as tall as the Hulk. Hulk is actually bigger. We stand him straight up. He is a taller guy. But Chod is not, you know, insubstantially small. He's pretty big guy. Just not as big as the Hulk. So there you go. Get that out of the way. Thanks for coming, Hulk. All right, let's get to the ranking portion of the video. So I'm gonna stick Chod over here, and I'm gonna pick from 1 to 8 my favorite figures in the wave. I guess I should go least to, so we're gonna go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in reverse order. And easily my least favorite figure, even though he has shoulder joints, is Quentin Quire, Kid Omega. I don't really have an affection for the character at all. And so, you know, the figure's decent. As I said in the video, there's nothing really wrong with him. But he doesn't do it for me. There's, you know, quite a few alternate universes you'd have to get to before I'd want this guy. Even if I was collecting X-Men. I'm sure somebody out there is going to let me know in the comments how wrong I am. But it's okay. You know, I don't hate the guy. I just don't care about him. So, he's going to be number 8. And it's pretty easy for him to be number 8. Now, number 7, it actually, after him, it actually gets difficult. It actually gets difficult after him. Wow. It's gonna have to be Emma. Emma's gonna be number 7. And not because it's not an excellent looking figure. She looks great. It looks great. But because you can't do anything more than this with the arms. I mean, I have her arms stretched to the capacity of the arms. That's almost like a statue with legs that you can pose. And that's not really what I want out of an action figure. So there you go. She's number 7. At number 6, I think I'm gonna have to go Fang. It's a difficult choice because I really like him. But he does use some old feet and everything. Not saying that it has to all be all new just to get a high ranking. But, you know, he's pretty plain, other than his little teeth. I do like him because he's a member of the Imperial Guard and everything. But, yeah, I think I'm good with that. He'll be number 6. At number 5, I am going to probably put I think I'm going to put Chamber at number 5. Chamber looks great. I like him. I like the outfit. I like the jacket. I like the fact that I could take his head off and put somebody else's head on there. Put different hands on there. Do all kinds of stuff with this body. And I like what they did with his head as Chamber. But Chamber, once again, is not a character that I personally care about. I don't really care about Generation X so much, even though, yes, they did all graduate to be X-Men and all that kind of stuff, but, you know, I don't care about them that much, even though I like the figure. So, at number 4, I'm going to go Monet. I don't like her any really better than I like Chamber. But one's got to be 5 and one's got to be 4. So we'll go with her for much the same reason. She's a Gen X member, Generation X. And there you go. At number 3, I'm going to go Chad. Build a figure, solid. Wish he had like a gun or something, or at least a fisted hand. But there's nothing, you know, wrong with me. You're going to be well on your way with the Starjammers with this guy, who I'm sure in the next year or so you'll get more of them. You really only got 3 more. Raza, Hepzibah. Is that it? Raza and Hepzibah? I think you just need them. They'll probably give somebody a little Sikorsky. Sikorsky is the computer. The little robot they run around with. So, you know, you're like almost like halfway there just with him. At number 2, I'm going to go Cyclops. I'm not going to put him in number 1. I really like the Corsair. What I like about this Cyclops is that he's on the Vulcan body and they've done modifications to him that, you know, these are like not painted on. They're actually sculpted in. So they're making modifications to the Vulcan body to accommodate the newer figures in some ways. And I know we got some more of that coming up. So there's that. And so, just by attrition, at number 1, we're going to have Corsair, Cyclops' daddy. The character, you know, I only kind of like him. I like him. You know, I like the Starjammers as a group in their adventures with the X-Men. And Corsair's, you know, probably my favorite member of that group. But, you know, he's still like a C character for me. Cyclops is more of an A character, but I really like what they did with this figure. Nice articulation. He comes with 2 weapons that doesn't hurt. He comes with 2 hands, extra hands, and weapon storage. So that's why I'm going to go with Corsair as number 1. All right, guys, that'll do it for this video and this unboxing series. Hope you had as much fun as I did. My rankings, the way they came out, I'm actually a little surprised. I didn't write this stuff down or plan this out. I'm just going by how I'm vibing with the figures like right now. I would probably say that Cyclops and Corsair could flip-flop in my estimation. If you ask me again tomorrow, maybe I would think Cyclops. I don't know. I really do like the Corsair. Maybe not. But that's it. It's a surprisingly honest view of this wave. So that's it. I'm not going to keep you here any longer. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It helps the channel out. If you are a subscriber, leave a comment. Give me your rankings on these guys, how you feel about them, 1 through 8. I'd certainly love to see that. And we've got more Marvel Legends on the way, so stay tuned. Till next time, peace.
The way I got it figured.